Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys all the books I received on Christmas Day or in December for my Christmas book haul slash end of the year book haul. Can you believe that we're at the end of December already? I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. I hope Santa was good to everyone. I hope you got what you asked for or got what you wanted for Christmas and had a good one at your home with your family this year. I really missed my cousins in Pennsylvania and Virginia this year for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So this year was kind of like, Christmas was like a celebration for me and my parents of the end of the year, end of 2020. We're really looking forward to 2021, so I'm really excited about that. But right now, I am going to show you guys the books I received from book club members, from giveaways I entered on Goodreads and that, and from publishers. So the first book I'm going to start with that I will be reading in January will be Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I will be doing a buddy series read with one of the admins, and we'll be booking Regina McDaniel. She's going to be reading the whole series by Leigh, and I'm really excited for it. I have books 1 and 2. I'm still waiting to hear about book 3 from my library, but I'm really hoping I can pick that up in the coming weeks from there. So I'm really excited about this one. I have never read a book by this author. I'm a huge fantasy genre person, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Next book I'll be reading the next book I received, let me word that differently. The next book I received for Christmas was from the admins to the November Tic-Tac-Toe because I won. I was one of the winners for that. So the book that they sent me was Night Country by Melissa Elbert. I read book 1 of this series, The Hazelwood, back in March of this year, and I really loved it. It gave me a lot of Hansel and Gretel vibes as well as Alice in Wonderland vibes with the tiny houses and all that. So I'm really looking forward to reading this in March of this year, and I hope to continue after this book. I hope to get her newer one that is coming out very soon, I think, or is already out. I can't remember, but I'm really looking forward to this. I love it. It's like a fantasy fairy tale retelling kind of book. I'm really looking forward to this. Alright, the next books I received from book club friends for Christmas were The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. I only read one book by Simone, and I can't remember what one it was. It was most recent, but I really liked it. I'm hoping to like this one as well. This one I think is cool. It's set in Vermont in 1950, and it goes to present day Vermont 2014. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. Next one I received was An Unbroken Heart by Kathleen Fuller. My book club friend Aspen Blair sent this to me. She was like, I don't know what book to send you for Christmas. I know that there's a lot on your list that you want or that you are looking forward to reading in 2021. And I told her, I said, it doesn't matter. I said, whatever book you send me, I'll read. So I'm going to be reading this one sometime in 2021. I'm really looking forward to it. Kathleen Fuller is one of my favorite Amish authors. So I'm really looking forward to this one. There's a bunch of other ones I'll be reading by her in 2021, so I cannot wait for you guys to see them. Next one I received was Back of Beyond by CJ Box. I've been watching Big Sky on ABC every Tuesday night that it's been on since it aired back in November, and I'm hooked on the show so much. I can't wait for January 26th to get here so I can watch the next episode, because honestly, I might have to re-watch all those episodes so I know what happened before they took break for Christmas and New Year's. But I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I've never read a CJ Box book before, but because of the show I'm watching, I'm really, really excited to see if it's similar to the show or if they changed it a little bit. So I'm really, really looking forward to reading this one. Next one is Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. Now, book club admin, one of the book club admins of the book club I'm in, Jacqueline Wheeler, she raved about this book. It's one of her favorite thrillers when she read it a few years ago. So I've always wanted to read this to see if I would have the same feelings as she did when she read it. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. It's a thriller about like a married couple and how their friends think it's strange that their doors are always locked and everything, and I'm just reading off the back here. So I'm really looking forward to this one to see how it is. I might read it in January. That all depends on when I get my TBR books read. This one might just be an extra book for January in case I do need an extra book. And the last one I received from Book Club Friends for Christmas was The Christmas Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. I have never read a Sophie Kinsella book or series, and so I'm really looking forward to reading this one in December of 2021. I kind of want to read it now, but I've got like 5 other books I have to try and read before New Year's Eve, and we're on day 29 of this month, so I don't know if I will be able to get to my Goodreads goal of 200 for this year or not, but I'm really looking forward to reading this one in 2021. Okay, now, the books that I won in giveaways were Bridgerton, The Duke and I, by Julia Quinn. This one I won in a giveaway on Goodreads, and I have never read a book by Julia Quinn, but when I saw that Netflix was having a show about it, I had to enter this giveaway, and I'm so glad that I won this book. I absolutely love the show cover. Isn't it just beautiful? It gives you like spring vibes or whatever. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. It's set in Regency era, 1800s, I think it is. Let me see here. Set in, Regency era, London. So I'm big on books that are set in London since I have family in England. So, and that's one goal I want to do is visit London sometime in my lifetime. So I hope that in the coming years I can do that. But I'm really looking forward to reading this one. If I like this book, I think I will continue with the book series as well as the TV show series. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And then the other books that I won in a giveaway in a book club group on Facebook were 5 books by Rochelle B. Weinstein. Look at all of those books that I won in that giveaway. I won 5 of them. Like, I almost fell over when I read the message from her that I had won all 5. So, the first ones that, so I will read off and show you the covers of the ones that I won, and I will be reading them in 2021. Where We Fall. I love this one because it has like a fall vibe cover to it. So this one I'll probably read in August, September, or October of 2021. Next one is The Morning After. I might read this one in August. I'm not sure yet, but the palm tree cover on the cover really gives me summer vibes. Somebody's Daughter. This one I might read in July because it gives me summer vibes. This Is Not How It Ends. This one I might read in July as well. And this one gives me really big fall vibes, is What We Leave Behind. So those are the 5 books I won, or the 6 books I won in giveaways on Facebook and Goodreads. Next book is Faith by Lyn Cote. I won this on readingrewards.com. I had enough points from doing quizzes on there and sharing links on my Facebook page that I was able to get a free book. So I got this book not a few weeks ago or last week or something. And I'm really looking forward to reading this one because it's set as Civil War battlefield. And since I'm a big history buff, that really, really excited me. And it's about Quakers, which my great-grandfather grew up in a town called Quaker, which is in Allegheny State Park, which isn't far from me. And sadly, he passed away from cancer before he could show my mom and the rest of the family where he grew up in Quaker. And my great-grandma grew up in Red House, which was basically just across the road from where they grew up before it became Allegheny State Park, before landowners came in and told the Indians that they had to move out so that these landowners could build houses in what is now Allegheny State Park here in upstate New York. It's a really beautiful park. It has lots of history to it. So if you're ever in New York State, I highly recommend you visit that park. It is just phenomenal. And the next 3 books that I received from Revel, a publisher that I've been reviewing books for 2 years now, are The Escape by Lisa Harris. I read one of Lisa's books in 2020, and I absolutely loved it. I never thought I would like her writing or her storytelling in the genre that she has written books in, but I really, really loved that one. I can't remember the name of it now, but it was really, really good. This one is about U.S. Marshals, so I'm really hoping that I like this, even though it's a romantic suspense. Sometimes when it comes to military books and that, I'm not really all that thrilled with them. But since Lisa Harris did really good with the last book I read by her, I'm going to give this one a try, and hopefully I'll like it. Next book I got from Revel to review for them is Too Close to Home by Lynette Eason. This one is a romantic suspense as well. It's about an FBI that sends a special agent to a small southern town because teens go missing and they're turning up dead, and so her methods are invisible. She doesn't know where to look first, but she doesn't quit to close the case. So then they have a homicide detective that comes in. So this is part of a series, so I'm really looking forward to reading this and the other 2 books that are in the series, because I've never read a book by this author before, so I hope I could like it. And the last one I received from Revel to review is Tidewater Bride by Laura Frantz. I read An Uncommon Woman by Laura Frantz back in March of 2020, and I really, really liked it. So I decided to request this book to review for Revel to give it a try. I really, really hope I like it, since it's set in Virginia Colony during the 1800s, I think. Let me see here. Yeah, 1634, in spring of 1634. So I'll probably read this in April or May. But I'm really looking forward to reading that one as well. So those are all the books I received this month for Christmas and for my end of the year haul. Oh, I also received 3 extra books. They were given to me by a family friend of my parents. So, I will show you guys what ones I received for Christmas from him. I received Mad by Chloe Esposito. I've never read a book by Chloe Esposito, but the back sounds really interesting. It talks about this woman. Life flashes before her eyes. She has the money, she has the perfect husband, she has the baby, the car, but then everything's stolen from her, and she stole everything right from the start. must be she was a stealer in that. And then somebody shows her, like, the two can play at that game. She steals him right back, and then he steals her life, and it's just a whole, like, poetic justice kind of thing. But I'm really looking forward to reading this one. It looks really, really good. The second book I got for Christmas from a family friend is Two She-Bears by Meir Shalev, author of Pigeon and a Boy. I've never heard of this author before, and I've never read a book by them, but this one looks really good, and I hope I enjoy it. This is like a lifestyle book, so I hope. If it's nonfiction, though, it might be a little questionable for me, because nonfiction is not my genre. But anyways, I'll give this book a try and see if I like it. And the last one I received from a family friend for Christmas is From Scratch by Tembi Locke. This is a Reese Witherspoon book club book, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. At first, when I unwrapped this, I wasn't crazy about the book, because it has memoir, and, like, I'm not a memoir person, since it goes, like, with nonfiction and that, but since this is a fictional book about love, Sicily, and finding a new home, and it talks about racism, too, I thought I would give this book a try, since that is one issue in this country that, still needs to be addressed in a way, so I'm looking forward to reading this one as well. Those are all the books I received this month for Christmas and for my end of the year book haul. I have a lot of books. Now, my parents didn't get me books for Christmas because they knew I would be receiving books, or that I would end up going to the used bookstore near me, about 10 minutes away. So far, from my calculations right now for 2021, I don't think I'll have to go to the bookstore for books until, like, October, November. But right now, I'm good with books right now, so. But there are some that I am wanting to sell or get rid of, so one of these days, I think probably the first week in January, I'm going to do that. That's one of my goals, is to help use bookstores more, because honestly, people buying books from Amazon and these big corporate bookstores is really hurting used bookstores in small towns like where I live. So I really, really hope that more people help out used bookstores in 2021 than what they did in 2020. So that's my goal for 2021. Any of the books here, if you see any of them that you have read or you've wanted to read, or they look really good to you, let me know in the comments below. And I will be filming my January TBR pile probably today or Friday, but I want to get it up before January 1st. So I will talk to you guys in my next video, and then I will talk to you guys after the new year. Excuse me. Hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a Happy New Year, and I hope that your celebration for the end of the year is really, really fun. I'll just be staying home with my parents. We'll be making munchies, like veggie pizza from crescent roll dough, homemade pizza, pockets, and a bunch of other stuff. So I will talk to you guys later. Happy New Year. Goodbye 2020. I hope 2021 is good for y'all. Bye, guys.